Diese Woche wurde in der EU der Mehlwurm als erstes Insekt zum Essen freigegeben. Ich habe schon 2015 an der Uni in Dänemark einen Film übers Insektenessen gedreht. Für euch habe ich den Film nochmal neu auf Deutsch vertont. Ich finde Insekten eine tolle Alternative, aber seht selbst.
We're going to make cricket cookies, and it's with crickets and with nuts and with chocolates.
Riekje backt Heuschreckenkekse. Ekelhaft? Dabei sind Insekten vielleicht die Zukunft unseres Essens. Das glaubt mittlerweile auch die EU. Sie nimmt sich ein Beispiel an vielen anderen Gebieten der Welt und sie sieht auch den wachsenden Bedarf, weiß Biowissenschaftler Hans-Joachim Offenberg.
Insect eating is taking place throughout the world, just not in Europe and in America, Northern America. So now I'm picking a weaver ant. They are very sour. The ecological footprint of producing insects is much smaller than producing especially beef. I mean, it takes less space, it takes less water, it takes less food.
Die Produktion von einem Kilo Rindfleisch braucht 10 Kilo Futter. Bei Hühnchen sind es 2,5 Kilo Futter. Heuschrecken brauchen nur 1,5 Kilo.
And this is probably because the insects are not keeping their bodies warm. Like mammals and birds, they need to keep a temperature of approximately 37 degrees. And keeping up this temperature takes a lot of food. So they can spend more of the food to grow rather than keeping themselves warm.
Für dasselbe Kilo Rindfleisch werden bis zu 22.000 Liter Wasser benötigt. Das ist so viel wie rund 150 volle Badewannen. Für Hühnchen sind es 2.000 bis 3.000 Liter Wasser. Für Heuschrecken oft noch deutlich weniger.
For example, mealworms, they live in a very dry environment, so you can breed them or you can culture them under conditions with very few amounts of water. In some insect species at least, you have a high content of unsaturated fatty acids. You also have high amounts of minerals. Calcium, zinc, etc. And also you have vitamins that are essential.
Aber vor allem sind Insekten auch eine gute Quelle von Proteinen und haben dabei deutlich weniger Fett als zum Beispiel Rindfleisch. Bei Heuschrecken haben 10 Gramm Proteine rund 93 Kalorien und 4 Gramm Fett. Beim Rind sind es mehr Kalorien und mehr als doppelt so viel Fett.
I think we can pick up on new ideas and imagine the diversity that becomes available. We have like 1.5 million different insect species compared to only a handful of mammals that we are eating those days.
In dänischen Supermärkten oder im Internet, Heuschrecken gibt es verzehrfertig zu kaufen. 100 Gramm können aber schon mal 60 Euro kosten. Mehlwürmer gibt's ab 20 Euro.
The demand will also sometimes follow the supply. So if we can increase the supply, then that will also create a higher demand among people. And I mean, this has been practiced in other cultures for centuries. So I don't think it's a big business. I don't think there are so many concerns actually.
Mit diesem Wissen im Gepäck sind wir in ein Kopenhagener Lebensmittellabor zu Lars-Henrik Lau-Heckmann gereist.
It may initially be a bit more difficult to get out on the market, but once the right data has been provided, it will be just as any other food that we buy in the market today. It could be a situation where for a year or two that insects marketed or put in supermarkets would be a little bit in limbo. But it's also to ensure that the consumers can be safe when they buy the products in the stores. So it's not a bad thing. Insects have, like many other foodstuffs, one main risk attached, which is allergy. But it's not a risk that is different than you would have the risk from gluten, from eggs, from milk, from other protein-based foodstuffs.
Hobbybäckerin Riekje backt heute zum ersten Mal mit Insekten. Meist werden die Krabbler dafür erst zu Mehl verarbeitet. Riekje möchte die Dänen aber auf die Probe stellen. Sie nimmt die Tiere im Ganzen als spezielle Ergänzung.
I think it's the idea of eating insect that's very strange in our culture. But I think when you just taste it, it's not so strange. I think these crickets will be a good combination with dark chocolate and nuts.
Da bleibt nur noch die Frage, wie Riekjes Heuschreckenkekse bei den Dänen ankommen.
These are cricket cookies. Would you maybe like to try one and tell me what it tastes like, if you like it?
Not today.
And why not?
It's just the visual aspect of them. They look, I can see there's a big bug on one of them.
Tastes like a normal cookie with chocolate and nuts.
Look good. Tastes like cookies with chocolate.
And are you bothered by the fact that there's crickets in it, and why not?
No. I'm actually kind of encouraged by it because maybe it means that there are more protein. Tastes great.
And they are tasty, but if you don't think about what's in them.
Would you buy it in the supermarket if it was available?
Yeah,
And why?
I would. Because, well, they taste good, and like you said, it's better for the environment, and it got protein in it, and I'm not really bothered by the fact that it comes from insects. So
It will probably take some time, but yeah, if it tastes well, yeah.
I'd probably have trouble eating just crickets like they look like, but if it was processed into something else, maybe.